My dear child, I am here with you now, closer than the breath you take, watching over you with unwavering love and compassion. I see your heart. I know your fears. I feel the weight you carry and the silent battles you've been fighting, but I want you to know that you're not alone, not for a single moment. Before you close your eyes to sleep, be still and hear my voice whispering peace to your soul. Feel my presence wrap around you like a warm embrace. For I am the one who calms the storm and carries your burdens. Call to me and I will answer, revealing mysteries and blessings far beyond your understanding. For I have seen how many nights you've gone to bed weary, burdened with things that do not belong to you, and how anxiety tries to rob you of the peace I died to give you. But tonight, I want you to surrender it all. Give me your thoughts, your pain, your worries. Let me be your rest and your strength. Breathe deeply, release every weight, and rest in my arms, for I am your Savior, your Redeemer, your closest friend. Yes, today may have been hard, full of confusion and struggle, but now give it to me. Lay it at my feet, for I am in control and nothing escapes my sight. My word has promised you. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest, and I will not fail you. So if you have fallen short today, if your words were harsh or your thoughts impure, come to me. For my grace is greater than your weakness, and my forgiveness is fresh every night. I will wash you clean, renew your heart, and protect you and those you love. No harm shall reach you, for I have commanded my angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. And though darkness may rise, greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. So rest under my covering and let your sleep be deep, free from nightmares, free from torment, filled with peace that only I can give. And know this, I will never abandon you. I am always speaking, guiding, healing, and tomorrow will be a day of new mercies, fresh strength, and open doors. Listen for my voice in the quiet. Trust me when you don't understand. Surrender your plans to me, for my ways are higher than yours, and my timing is perfect. And even when winds howl and the path feels uncertain, I am your unshakable foundation. I will never let you fall. I will renew your courage and walk every step beside you. And I also watch over those you love. I will draw the lost back home, heal the sick, bring peace to the afflicted, and restore the brokenhearted. You need not fear what's ahead, for I am already there, working all things for your good, surrounding you with my presence and guarding your future. And when morning comes, may your lips rise with praise, your heart overflow with gratitude, and your life shine as a testimony of my love. For you are chosen, redeemed, protected, and deeply loved, and in my name you shall be victorious. For no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Every chain shall be broken, every lie silenced, every curse reversed, every fear cast out, and every promise I've spoken over you shall be fulfilled. For you are mine, and I am with you, now and forever. And now, my beloved children, listen closely, for I, Jesus, your Savior and Shepherd, continue to speak into your heart even in this quiet hour. Even as the world sleeps, my voice calls gently yet powerfully, reminding you that my presence has never left your side. I have seen every tear you've cried in silence. I have walked beside you in every lonely valley, and I have celebrated with you in the moments of joy, even when you did not notice. I was there, for I do not forsake those who are mine. I hold your name in the palm of my hand, and my plans for you are not plans of despair, but of hope, peace, and a future filled with my goodness. You have worried about tomorrow, but I tell you now, let tomorrow rest in my hands. You have tried to carry burdens that were never yours to bear, and tonight I am asking you once again. Let go, surrender, trust, because I, the Lord of heaven and earth, am more than capable of carrying it all for you. My child, you were not created to live in fear. You were created to live in faith, in purpose, and in the abundance of my love. I know that sometimes the storm feels louder than my voice, but do not mistake my silence for absence. Even in the silence, I am working. Even in your waiting, I am moving, aligning things you cannot see, preparing doors that only I can open. You must trust that the delays are not denials. They are divine setups for my perfect timing. I have not forgotten your prayers. Not a single whisper has gone unheard. I am the God who sees, who hears, who responds with power. And tonight, I am breathing peace over your restless heart. I am filling you with strength where you are weak. I am reminding you that you are not abandoned. You are deeply loved, divinely protected, and eternally held. When fear tries to return, speak my name, Jesus, and fear will flee. When lies flood your mind, declare my truth, and they will dissolve like mist in the sun. My truth is this: you are chosen, you are redeemed, you are mine. The cross was not in vain, it was for you. And because of that sacrifice, you now walk in victory, not defeat, in light, not darkness, in courage, not despair. I see the things you don't talk about, the pain you hide, the doubts you carry quietly, but I hold all of that and more. And I still say, come to me just as you are, not when you're perfect, not when you feel strong, but now weary, flawed, unsure. I am here. I am always here. My love does not depend on your perfection. It flows freely because of my nature, and I do not change. Rest in that truth, my child. Let it become your foundation. And as you sleep tonight, may my spirit hover over your home, filling every room with divine peace, surrounding you with the songs of heaven. May my angels stand guard at every door. May every plan of the enemy be broken, every weapon dismantled, and every curse reversed. For you are covered by my blood, sealed by my covenant, and watched over by my faithfulness. Do not be afraid of the darkness, for I am your light. Do not be afraid of what lies ahead, for I go before you, and I also stand behind you. You are completely surrounded by me, and no force of hell can break through my protection. Tomorrow will bring new mercies, new strength, new opportunities, and I will be there with you in every moment, guiding, teaching, comforting, and lifting you higher. You're not defined by your failures, not limited by your past, and not disqualified by your mistakes. For my grace rewrites stories, my mercy resets paths, and my love restores what was once broken. I'm doing a new thing in your life. Even now it springs forth. Can you not perceive it? Look not at what has gone wrong, but at what I am making right. I have plans to amaze you, to heal you, to elevate you beyond what you ever imagined. Keep walking with me. Keep believing. Keep speaking my promises over your life, for they are yes and amen. Every tear you've sown in faith will return as a harvest of joy. Every season of loss will give way to a season of restoration. And every prayer whispered in desperation will one day become a testimony of triumph. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and I have not brought you this far to leave you now. Trust me, wait on me, hope in me, and watch as I unfold wonders in your life that will cause you to lift your hands in praise and your heart in awe. I am Jesus, and I am with you always. And now, my precious one, as I continue to whisper my truth into the depths of your soul, receive it with open heart and quiet spirit. For the time has come for you to rise in the full identity I have placed within you. You have wandered through shadows long enough, questioned your worth, battled unseen storms. But I say to you, the season of hiding is ending and the time of revealing is near. I have been shaping you in the secret place, pruning what no longer serves your calling, strengthening what was once weak, forging resilience through every trial. And now I declare, step forward with boldness, for you are anointed for such a time as this. I have not called you to blend in the background, but to shine as a light that cannot be hidden. Do not fear the opinions of others, for my approval is greater than man's applause. Do not measure yourself by the standards of this world, for I have set you apart with a higher purpose. Every gift within you was placed by me, every desire for goodness and truth was breathed into you by my Spirit. You are not random. You are not forgotten. You are an intentional masterpiece of divine design, and I take great joy in you. You must understand that your life carries weight in the Spirit. Your obedience moves mountains. Your worship shifts atmospheres. Your faith invites heaven to earth. Even when you feel small, you are mighty through me. Even when you feel tired, I become your strength. And even when you feel empty, I become your fullness. There is nothing you lack when you walk with me. I supply all your needs according to my riches, and I never run out. You have tried to find fulfillment in people, in things and accomplishments. But I tell you now, only in me will you find the peace that never fades, the joy that cannot be shaken, and the love that cannot be lost. Abide in me, and I will abide in you. Together we will bear fruit that lasts, eternal fruit, fruit that blesses generations. Do not despise your current season, for I am using it to prepare you for the next. Trust the process, even when it stretches you, even when it breaks what is comfortable. For in the breaking I release what is new, in the stretching I make room for more, and in the waiting I cultivate wisdom and depth. I'm not just concerned with what you do, I care about who you become, and I am forming you into a vessel of honor, filled with my glory, ready to pour out light and life into a world that desperately needs it. Do not look to your past with regret. Look to your future with faith, for I make all things new. I redeem the lost time. I restore the broken years. I rewrite every story. Surrender to me with beauty and redemption. Your pain will not be wasted. Your scars will not be hidden, for they will become the evidence of my healing power, testimonies that will draw others to my heart. I will use every part of your journey, yes, even the parts you wish to forget, as a platform for my grace. So do not silence your story. Do not shrink back, for you are a vessel of purpose, a living testimony of my love. I am raising up a generation that walks in truth and fire, and you are part of it. You're not too late, not too broken, not too far gone. You're exactly where you need to be to experience the breakthrough I am bringing. I am aligning divine connections, opening supernatural doors, and removing obstacles that once stood in your way. Watch closely, for what once seemed impossible will soon become reality. Not by your strength, but by my spirit. Not by chance, but by my divine orchestration. Keep your eyes on me, your hands open, your heart soft, for the next chapter of your life will be written with miracles, marked by grace, and covered in my glory. And through it all, I will never leave you, not for a moment. I am your anchor in the storm, your voice in silence, your peace in chaos. I am Jesus, and I am forever yours. And now, my beloved, listen closely as I draw you even deeper into my presence, for the path ahead is sacred and filled with mysteries only revealed to those who walk in surrender. You have asked me for clarity, for signs, for confirmation, and I have heard every whisper of your heart. I have seen every tear fall in silence when no one else noticed, and I have captured each one, for they are precious to me. I do not ignore the cries of my children. I respond in perfect time with perfect wisdom. So do not think your waiting has been in vain. I have been working in realms you cannot see, preparing what eyes have not yet beheld. I am not slow as some count slowness. I am precise, I am intentional, and my timing is always right. Trust me when I say that what is coming is worth every moment you stayed faithful in the dark. I am bringing you into a season of divine acceleration, where what once took years will take days, and what once felt delayed will suddenly break forth like dawn over the mountains. Do not grow weary now, for the harvest is near, and those who sow in tears will reap in joy. I have watched you fight battles no one knew about, kept your faith when everything in you wanted to give up, and still you chose me. And because you have remained, even with trembling hands, I will establish you. I will lift you up and place you on solid ground, where no storm can shake you. You will look back on these years not with bitterness, but with awe, for you will see how I carried you, how I never let go, how every detour led to destiny. I am the one who brings rivers in the desert and paths through the wilderness, and I am doing it again in your life. You're not stuck. You're not forgotten. You are positioned, strategically placed where my glory will shine through you most brightly. And soon you will understand why I said no to some things, why doors had to close, why people had to leave, because I was making room for better, for divine, for holy, the kind of blessings that do not fade but grow in eternal value. Your story is not one of despair, but of deliverance, not of failure, but of faith. And I will use it to awaken others who feel lost in their own wilderness. You are my voice in the chaos, my hands in the broken places, my heart in the hurting world. And I will give you the words, the strength, the wisdom, and the compassion to walk this calling out with grace and boldness. Do not compare your journey to others, for I have written a unique path for you. And every twist and turn has meaning. I delight in you, not for what you do, but simply because you are mine, chosen before the foundation of the world, set apart to shine with my light in places that have never known hope. And as you continue to walk with me, I will make you into an unshakable force of love, of truth, of peace, even when storms rise around you. You will carry my stillness. Even when the world panics, you will walk in my assurance, because I am not just near, I am within you, and greater is he who is in you than anything that comes against you. So breathe deep, child of heaven, for your life is wrapped in eternal purpose, and your future is secure in the hands that shape the stars. I go before you, I walk beside you, and I dwell within you, and I will never stop writing beauty through your life. Not now, not ever. So now, my precious one, receive the fullness of what I am pouring into you, for this is not just a new season. It is a divine unveiling, a revealing of the deeper things I have hidden for such time as this. I have been shaping you in secret so that you could stand in strength when I bring you into the light. The fire you endured was never to destroy you, but to refine you, to burn away what was not meant to go with you into the next chapter. I know there were moments you questioned if you would make it through, but look at you now, still standing, still breathing, still believing, and that resilience is evidence of my spirit alive within you. Do not despise your process, for every pressure was producing glory, and every silence was filled with my voice whispering your name in love. I never took my eyes off you, not once. I never let the weight become more than you could bear with me by your side. I strengthened your roots so that you could carry the fruit I am about to bring forth in your life. And this fruit will not spoil. It will not be snatched away, because it has been cultivated through intimacy with me. And now you'll begin to see what happens when a soul is fully surrendered, when trust becomes your oxygen, when faith becomes your rhythm. Miracles will no longer be rare, but expected, not because of who you are, but because of who I am in you. I will move through your voice to bring peace into storms, through your touch to bring comfort into pain, and through your presence to bring light into darkness. For you are not ordinary. You are a carrier of my kingdom, and I will show you how to walk in that reality, not just in moments, but in every breath, no longer striving, no longer fearing, but simply being who I created you to be, a vessel of glory, a dwelling place of my spirit, a living testimony that I am still moving, still healing, still restoring, and still writing stories of redemption. I will give you eyes to see people not as they are, but as I see them, hearts to love without conditions, and wisdom that cuts through confusion like a sword. And you will know joy that is not based on circumstances, peace that surpasses understanding, and love that flows so deeply it transforms every room you enter. Because I will be with you, guiding you, filling you, and speaking through you. Do not shrink back when I open new doors. Do not let fear steal the territory I am calling you to possess. Walk boldly, not because you have all the answers, but because you are held by the one who does. I will go before you, making crooked paths straight, and I will send angels to protect your steps. You have been faithful in the little, and now I will entrust you with more, not for your glory, but for mine. And as you remain close to me, I will pour out blessings you did not even know how to ask for, because I delight in surprising my children. I delight in exceeding their expectations. And your life will be marked by divine fingerprints that no man can erase. You will look back and say, truly the Lord has done great things for me. And your heart will overflow with gratitude, not just for what I've done, but for who I've been through it all. Your constant, your anchor, your father, your friend. And now, as the dawn of a new day rises upon you, Understand that what lies ahead is not merely a continuation, but a culmination, a divine convergence of all I have planted in secret and watered with tears, for I have watched over every seed, every whispered prayer, every broken moment offered in surrender. And now the time has come for harvest, not just in what your hands will touch, but in who you are becoming. For this transformation is not surface deep, it is soul deep. And I've been crafting you with eternal precision, stripping away the false identities the world tried to place on you and revealing the radiant reflection of my image within you. Do not rush this unveiling, for my timing is perfect, and what I am about to unfold cannot be fabricated by human effort. It is born of the Spirit, breathed by my will, and sustained by my presence. You will notice your words carrying weight they never did before, because they will be seasoned with revelation and rooted in compassion. You will feel a new boldness rising, not arrogance, but authority, holy authority that flows from abiding in me. I am lifting the veil and calling you to walk as a son, as a daughter, not an orphan striving for approval, but an heir already, accepted and empowered. I have not overlooked your pain, nor ignored your persistence. I have stored every cry and counted every sleepless night, and now I will redeem every ounce of what the enemy tried to steal. Not only will I restore, I will multiply. I will do exceedingly, abundantly above all you imagined, and you will see how nothing was wasted. Even the delays and detours were divine. For I was teaching you to depend on me when the map made no sense, and now that you trust my heart more, then you're understanding. I can take you further, higher, deeper than ever before. You are entering a realm where peace reigns even when storms rage, where my voice silences the lies, where favor surrounds you like a shield. And as you walk with me, you will leave behind the residue of old mindsets, no longer tethered to fear or scarcity. For I am your source, your sustainer, your song, and I will make rivers flow in dry places. I will open doors no man can shut, and shut the ones that no longer serve your calling. I will place divine connections in your path, people who see the real you, who call out your destiny, not your past. And together you will build what reflects heaven on earth. Do not minimize what I am doing, even if it begins small, for the mustard seed holds a forest inside it, and my power moves through the humble, not the hype. I am drawing you deeper into intimacy, into a place where striving ceases and sonship begins. And from this place he will operate in rest, not rest from doing, but rest while doing, because I am the one doing it through you. Stay yielded, stay close, keep your heart tender and your eyes fixed, for there's more ahead. More glory, more joy, more purpose, and it's all wrapped in my presence, where you will always find the strength to keep going and the love that never lets go. And now, as you step into this unfolding promise with trembling yet willing steps, know that I am already where you are going, preparing every detail with deliberate intention, orchestrating each moment so precisely that even what seemed like coincidence will be recognized as providence in hindsight. For nothing escapes my hand, not the whispered hopes you've tucked away, nor the questions you've been afraid to ask. I am not intimidated by your uncertainty. In fact, I invite it. Because in that holy tension between your waiting and my revealing, trust is forged and vision is refined. I am calling you to see with new eyes, not the eyes of fear or history, but the eyes of faith, sharpened by fire and anchored in truth. For I have not brought you this far to leave you wandering. I am your shepherd, and I am leading you through unfamiliar terrain, not to confuse you, but to recalibrate your dependence on me alone. For the road ahead will require less of your plans and more of your posture, less of your performance and more of your presence with me. I am not asking you to strive. I am asking you to stay, abide, remain, because it is in the remaining that fruit multiplies, power flows, and clarity comes. You're not being delayed. You are being positioned, and the weight of this next assignment requires the strength that only comes from stillness. Do not fear the silence, for I am speaking volumes in it, preparing you in the hidden place where no applause reaches and no spotlight distracts. Because when I bring you forth, it will not be for vanity, but for victory, not for platform, but for purpose. I will move through you in ways that stretch you. Understanding but deepen your joy. I will give you the words to speak when your mouth feels empty and the strength to stand when your knees feel weak. Because I am your sustainer, your defender, your ever-present help. I am removing false burdens you were never meant to carry and replacing them with assignments that carry my breath, my weight, my glory, and as you obey, even when it doesn't make sense. I will confirm again and again that you are walking the right path, not by signs alone, but by the peace that surpasses all understanding, the peace that marks my presence. I will cause the right people to find you at the right time, and I will remove those whose presence hinders your purpose. Trust me with both the arrivals and the exits, for I know what and who you need for what I've prepared, and I will not let you miss it. I will protect your destiny, even from your own impatience. So stay close, keep your spirit uncluttered, and watch how I make streams flow through deserts and doors. Open in walls that once felt immovable. You are not who you were, and what I'm building in you cannot be shaken because it's built on me, the unshakable foundation. And as you walk in this newness, remember that your authority comes not from volume, but from alignment. When you move in step with me, mountains move, chains break, and heaven touches earth through your obedience. So do not shrink back. Do not disqualify yourself. I chose you knowing everything about you, and I will finish what I started in you with beauty, precision, and glory beyond imagination. And now, as you continue walking forward in this divine momentum I have set before you, know that every moment you remain surrendered becomes a gateway for my power to manifest through you in unprecedented ways. For I am not merely inviting you to witness miracles. I'm calling you to become a vessel through which miracles flow, not by your might nor your intellect, but by my spirit working mightily in your yielded heart. And even when the terrain ahead seems steep or shadowed, remember that I am the light that cannot be dimmed, the lamp unto your feet that will never flicker out. I go before you as fire by night and cloud by day, surrounding you with wisdom and clarity even when the path appears veiled. For what looks like delay is divine design, and what seems like loss is often the soil where resurrection is prepared. Do not mourn what I prune, for every cut is purposeful, and every removal makes room for greater fruit. I am aligning your inner world to carry the weight of what I'm placing on your shoulders, because where I'm taking you demands integrity at your core and intimacy with me that cannot be shaken by noise or pressure. I am training your ears to hear my whisper amidst chaos and your heart to trust even when nothing around you confirms what I've spoken. For faith is not built on proof, but on promise. And I am the God who keeps every promise in perfect timing. I am releasing fresh oil upon your life, oil that cannot be bought, only birthed through brokenness and obedience. And this oil will mark you, distinguish you, and sustain you, because your calling is not a career, it's a commission from heaven, and it will outlast trends, opinions, and seasons. I am lifting your eyes now to see beyond your limitations and into my limitless nature. For I am not bound by what has been, nor intimidated by what is. I move in the impossible because I am the God of the impossible. And when you move in step with me, impossibility becomes your testimony. I will cause the earth to respond to your yes. I will command closed doors to open, not because you knock louder, but because you carry my name and my authority. And with that authority comes responsibility, to love deeply, to walk humbly, to serve sacrificially, to forgive quickly, to remain rooted in me when the world offers you thrones of distraction. Remember this: elevation without consecration is empty, but when I elevate, it is so that my glory may be seen through your life, not for your fame, but for my name to be lifted high through every act of obedience, every word of truth, every hidden yes. I am building something eternal in you, something that eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. And though others may not understand the cost of your surrender, I see every tear, every sacrifice, every quiet moment where you chose me over comfort, and I will reward you openly for what you have pursued privately, for I am faithful to the end. And what I started in you, I will complete with excellence, abundance and grace that cannot be explained, only experienced this own now. Beloved, as you stand on the threshold of the fulfillment I have long prepared for you, do not shrink back in fear or hesitation, for everything I've poured into you, every refining fire, every hidden season, every whispered instruction, has been preparing you for this moment. And though the world may still try to pull at your identity and question your path, know that my hand upon you is irrevocable, unshakable, and sure. I have anointed you not merely to be seen, but to bring sight, not simply to walk free, but to set captives free. And the authority I place upon your life will confound the wise and humble the proud, because it is not built on performance or popularity, but on presence, on your quiet history with me, on every time you chose me in the secret place. And now I will unveil what I have concealed. I will shout from the rooftops what was whispered in darkness, for I have seen your faithfulness, your unwavering pursuit. And now I declare that your waiting has not been in vain, your sowing has not been ignored, and your tears have not gone unnoticed. They have watered the ground for a harvest that will not only bless you, but overflow to nations. For what I am doing in your life is generational, foundational, and supernatural. You are stepping into a season of divine convergence where every thread of your journey will make sense. Every no will reveal its mercy. Every detour will prove to be my direction. And you will walk in rooms not to impress, but to impart, not to be applauded, but to release alignment and breakthrough. For I have called you to carry my glory, not as a concept, but as a reality, not as a moment, but as a mantle. And that glory will cost you comfort, but it will birth transformation. And now I call you to move forward with boldness, with unwavering trust, with holy confidence, because I go with you, I surround you, I dwell within you, and nothing, no weapon, no word, no wall can stop what I have ordained. The wilderness is over, the silence is breaking, the doors are opening, and what I am about to do will leave no room for doubt. It will be undeniably me, undeniably divine, undeniably perfect in timing and power. So step forward now, not just into destiny, but into deeper communion, deeper authority, deeper joy. For this is not the end, but the beginning of everything I dreamed over you before the foundation of the world. And now it comes to pass, not by your striving, but by my Spirit. And you will know with every breath that I am the Lord your God who finishes what he starts and fulfills every promise to those who remain faithful.